chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting. I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price. Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now Cook running right. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And when I was reviewing the stats from last week's game, I actually had to put them down and come back to them later, because when I read it first, I thought it was a typo or a misprint. One thing to hold someone under 100 yards in a game, that's incredible. Under 50, absolutely exceptional.
On second down, it's Cook again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10. 85 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
But down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oladokin on 1st and 10. Right side to Williams. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to try to catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts. And complete, right side to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Davis Price up the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another touch for Davis Price. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 98 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Throwing on first down with Oladokin. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Davis Price. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Davis Price. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Davis Price with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. Are back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. She'll give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
But first down, Hurts. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and West got a report on these DBs. Tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 21-0 our score after 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. The Lions at 8-4 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Oladokin off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And Graham on the ground. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
And we just saw exhibit Z right there. Here's a give to Davis Price.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Oladokin drops this underneath for Davis Price. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Oladokin now on the bootleg.
The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they will run it with Davis Price.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Oladokin on 3rd down here.
He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. DJ Chark from 3 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Cook again.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw, no shot.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. 20. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now back to throw. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, through the offensive line, you're pretty concerned protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
From the shotgun, Oladokin gets it out wide to Davis Price. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Now he's loose again. Now look out! And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there just before halftime. 71 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dunk down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Oladokin.
Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hurts. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing is Hurts.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
This is fielded at the 27.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Starting the third quarter with Cook.
And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Cook following the penalty.
55 rushing yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. We'll call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first. Managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I just want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Vikings 14. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Hop 70, hop 70.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Okay, great. 50 Ready.
From the 39, Oladokun. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oladokun on 1st and 10.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Looking to throw, Oladokun.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Again, it'll be a pass, Oladokun.
And this is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Davis Price gets this one out of the gun.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is going to be a little tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Oladokun to throw. He's got this complete to Williams.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Burt sets up to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
On first down, Hurts. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage on 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is what we would just say. Let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
They'll give this to Davis Price running right.
There's a nice move.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Nwangu now for his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 67 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is down to 24.
Lions 45, Vikings 21. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
3rd and 3.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oladokin on 3rd down here. Pressure coming
from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hurts throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing is Hurts.
Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, so they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Oladokin on 3rd down here. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No. It came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Running left, Davis Price.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
That play going nowhere thanks to Ross Blacklock.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Oladokun on the out route. This ball complete to Graham.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even